What's going on, IBL fans? We're back at it again for another episode, another video for the IBL. This time we are here for our first ever team builder. It has begun and we are superly nervous because our first match is up against our boy Magic Activator, coach of the Memphis Grizzlies. Guys, if you guys want to show the love to the Memphis, make sure to give them down below. The link will be down below. But first of all, welcome guys. You guys are excited for the IBL and for the first season. Make sure to smash the like button down below. We are mostly doing this for fun. This is a really fun league. Somewhat competitive depending who's playing against, but we here just really to have fun. I have fun, Magic has fun, the rest of the league members have fun. But this rivalry goes back ages. So back in season 0, me and Magic, which is pretty much when we first actually started to do interaction with each other, me and Magic got paired up, and I managed to beat him only because of hacks. I will gladly admit that it was only because of hacks. We went over the footage and it was a whole lot of hacks. It was the biggest one was the U-turn from Uxie to his Espeon while he had the reflect up. It was a crit. It was a crit that brought him all the way down to pretty much like 10%, and I'm just and the rest of that was pretty much what happened. But here we're back at it again with another season of the IBL. We're here first week, and the first week we paired up with such a powerful person. Oh my goodness. He was also part of the GBAD league. He was actually I think one of the only less players in there, which was kind of funny because he's not known for competitive battling, but the dude can actually battle really well. Really a safe player. He likes his bulk, and you can see it from his draft. If we actually look through his stuff, which is actually what we're gonna do. This is and for those who are new, the team builder is pretty much where I look over my opponent's team each week, and I show you guys what we're bringing and why we're bringing them, and what kind of sets we're bringing to each week. If you guys can see from like my very first one, the Beedrill, he is like, why does he have like 116 in health and only 140 in speed? Why is this? What's that? Why isn't it shiny? Why it's already mega? Don't worry about the mega part. It was just thing. But so let's look at his team real quick. Let me actually pull it up. Even though I have it right here, let me still like pull it up so I can actually see, because that's very tiny for me. One of his Cyger 50%, which is one of his Z crystal uses as well. Melodic, Incineroar, Crobat, Electrode, Piloswine, Mega Gardevoir, Mienshao, Klefki, Tangrowth, and Rotom. Regular Rotom. Battle of the Rotom brothers. Let's go. His team, if you guys can see, is already powerful. A Cyger with that 121 in defense. Only y'all can say base 100 like attack ain't much. I even say that base 100 attack is not much. I even say that. I can say that all I want because I always have fun with it either way. But 1,000 arrows is the one thing that pretty much demolishes my entire team, and I look over this team over and over and over again. I'm like, what can I do? I'm like, I could bring Weezing. 1,000 arrows stops me because it ignores like Levitate. Like Rotom can't take it because it's not resistant. It has the grass, but it's not resistant, and it's not immune to it. 3 steel types, not immune to that either. Like Amaldo, part bug, resist, but it's part rock, so it's actually neutral, and even with that defense, that's still taking a butt ton of damage. So yeah, good thing that Zygarde is like base 95 speed, because even H-Choice Banded, it was the only thing that can take H-Choice Banded hit from the Zygarde was my Slowbro, and that's why he's on the team right now. Possibly defensive Snorlax, but even then Snorlax does not really match up with the team. Melodic, signature Pokemon of the Memphis. It's a signature Pokemon of Magic Active himself, which I have used it before, and I know how powerful that thing. I know how spammable that thing is. I know how bulky the kind of sets he can bring. He always will have Recover no matter what. Always have Recover, Scald, and the other two can be either Haze, Dragon Tail. Can try to set up, can have the Marvel skill, can have the competitive, for whenever I need to like defi. He can comes in, he gets a +2. Can be flame orb, can be lefties, can really good. We had it in the last season of the IBL, and we actually managed to piss like a lead off really well. Amazing 125 in special defense is ridiculous. So right there, 2 really bulky monsters that I have to somehow break through. Incineroar, the fire type that I got super sniped for, because I really wanted this mon. I really wanted for the dark typing and the fire typing. Really good, pretty slow, but can still hit really hard with knockoff. Gets knockoff, low kick, fake up for priority U-turn. Can be AV, can be a type of berry, the 75% berry, sorry, the 50% berry, that when you're 25%, it gets a kind of like a fig berry, or the Ipapa berry, could be that. Crobat, really strong flying and poison type, really quick, 130 base speed, Brave Bird, and U-turns pretty much where you mostly see it. It could be supportive, it could be defensive, it can wall out certain things. Electro, really fast beam bolt that pissed me off in the IBL last season because of Hawk. Yo, and shout out to Hawk's hideout. He played amazingly. I cannot, like, I think he was actually the winner of season 2 of the IBL, if I recall correctly. Let me actually look this real quick because I'm curious. Hall of Fame, where's the Hall of Fame? IBL Hall of Fame, I believe it was Hawks, and we haven't been like updated to it, but yeah, I believe it was Hawks hideout, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think that it's, I believe, yep. I'm trying to remember the best I can, but I cannot. But yeah, I think he was the winner for this season 2. And he used an Electro against me. Apparently, it does get taunt. We need to remember it does get taunt, so he can actually taunt our Ninetales. Like from Veil, we can just pretty much hit him hard. Like Polyswine, another member of Hawks Hido's team. I don't remember your name, which makes me feel bad. But super bulky. It's kind of like a mini Mammal Swine, but can still hit hard and super bulky as well. Really underrated mon. Always amazing as a tier E mon. Mega Gardevoir, super specially offensive hitter. 165 special attack. That's no lie. 165 nukes everything. Everything. But only based on 100 speed, so we have a lot of things that can outspeed it. And it can hit hard against it. So hopefully we manage to do some work there. Manchow, super fast. Most likely gonna be Scarf. Fake out, U-turn, knockoff, high jump kick, drain punch. Doesn't get any of the like, it doesn't get like Fire Punch, Ice Punch, or Thunder Punch. I believe Elite told me. I do have to look up again, but I believe it doesn't get any of those. But it doesn't matter because Reckless makes it hit one of the hardest high jump kickers in the game with that base 125 attack. 125 attack, 105 speed, just super frail. That's what it is. It's just super frail. Klefki, Magic's known to use the Klefki a lot, and Klefki is actually good for spikes. Defog. Did not know that this thing gets defog, but it does. Defog's really important to remember because he can get rid of our Veil. But Klefki is mostly known for Thunder Wave, spikes. Probably one real move, and I know he tried to use like Fairy Lock before, Flash Cannon, D-Gleam, Play Rough. Not that offensive, but can still do some work in the offensive side. Tangrowth, an amazing special defensive wall, defensive wall of 125. Seriously, this dude has like 125 everywhere. Like, what the heck? I need to learn how he grabs because this is ridiculous. 135 special defense on the Gardevoir, like, come on. But Tangrowth with the Regenerator, always hard to switch into, always hard to prep for. And Rotom, really fast, really cool mon, even though it's not as bulky, but it can outspeed a lot of things. It can do a lot of things. I'm really excited to see how it comes out on what he gets to do with it. But I'm really afraid of the Zygarde. I'm really afraid. I definitely know he's gonna bring the Zygarde. I know he's gonna bring the Melodic because Melodic it's Melodic. Melodic is his pretty much like MVP of his whole series. And Melodic has a really good matchup either way in this. It is good against the Garchomp, it's good against the the Heat trend. It's good against I forgot the rest of my team. It can handle my Garchomp, my Cobalion, my Snorlax, kind of, my Sandslash. It can handle my Beedrill. It can do a lot of stuff against my team, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring. So those two, I know he's gonna bring. Gardevoir is still a little iffy about. He knows that that my Beedrill can outspeed and can one-shot it no matter what. So we have to be careful what's gonna do with that. Klefki, I'm thinking he's gonna bring as his fairy type. Klefki is gonna be a problem because he can like hazard stack us, and he can go with default to get rid of my stuff. He can use Klefki against my Ninetales pretty easily, so we have to be careful about that when we get to do stuff. He doesn't get taunt, so he can't stop me from saying a Veil to that point, but he also has like default, so we have to be careful there. I'm thinking Zygarde, Milotic, Incineroar as 3. Incineroar has a great matchup against my team. My defensive mount, don't really want to take a knockout from him because my defensive mount is a Slowbro, and Slowbro is weak to like Incineroar, but we are still slower than him, so we still take a knockoff, but we can still hit hard. Then we can get a regenerator off, so we have some kind of utility there. So those 3 probably. If not Zygarde, then he'll bring the Piloswine, but those 3, like Zygarde, Milotic, Incineroar, Klefki, Mienshao, and probably Tangrowth or Gardevoir. If he brings Electro, we have nothing that can outspeed the that mon, so we have to be careful how we use it. So we have to probably use our Rotom to kind of like match it a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do much with it. But yeah, that's what we think. So he's probably gonna be Zygarde, Milotic, Incineroar, Crobat, Gardevoir, and Klefki. That's 6. Let's hope that he doesn't bring the Tangrowth. If he brings the Tangrowth, then we have a way to get rid of it, but I don't think he's gonna bring it just because we do have a Beedrill. We do scare it out, even though like Zygarde resists our poison type, but that's fine. So now that we talk about his team, this is what we're bringing. We're bringing our Rated R, the Mega Beedrill. Welcome in the first game of the whole season, beginning on Mega Beedrills, because y'all know we have to share the fact that a lot of people don't know this whole the epidemic about bees not having nipples, and me and Magic have been trying to spread the word as much as we can. And I know we're both goofballs, but you know what? You'll love us either way, so it's fine. So here we are with Rated R, the Mega Beedrill, 116 in health, 252 in attack, and 140 in speed. This is meant to outspeed a non-Scarf Crobat, plus we outspeed everything in this team besides the Electrode. Electrode is based on 50 speed, can't outspeed it no matter what, so we just need to outspeed the next best thing, which is the Crobat. Either way, in Crobat we can just like get a U-turn off on it and be fine. This brings us 1 point above the Crobat, so I just put everything else in health just so that we can probably live one more hit or something. It's the best option we got. The Poison Jab U-turn drill knockoff. The Poison Jab hits everything but the Klefki. Hits everything but the Klefki for some decent damage. U-turn just there for pivot. Drill Run is to hit the Klefki if we have to. Hit the Incineroar if we have to, but Poison Jab still does more either way. And knockoff is just to spam knockoff either way, like all throughout. We need to be careful that we can kill the Gardevoir. That's the biggest thing, cause wait, it doesn't matter cause it gets okay, forget that. I thought that it kept Trace, so choice Scarf on the Gardevoir, but that's his Mega, so he can't bring Scarf and he won't get the. That's fine. Not be worried about it. Don't worry about that. So here is just my like offensive hitter. That's all it is. Offensive hitter. We have to be careful of the Incineroar and Milotic. We have to let U-turn out every time. We cannot take any hits from them. This is my late game sweeper at most, and E-speed from a Zygarde kills. It just hits like 70%. Ridiculous amount of damage, but we have to do the best we can to hit everything as hard as we can. This is my answer, quote unquote answer to choice band Zygarde. A 1,000 arrows only does 38% max on the choice banded like Star Guard if we're max defense slow bro. So Kid Flash is here to tank, and tank. This is AB AB slow bro. He's taking hits from Gardevoir and Side Guard. Don't know how we're gonna be able to. He's just gonna take. He's gonna eat, and then we're gonna switch out. He's gonna get some health back, and he's gonna eat and eat. That's the game plan. But he has the Skull, the Ice Beam, the Flamethrower, and Shadow Ball. The Shadow Ball is to hit the Gardevoir for super effective damage. Skull is there to hit the Side Guard, Incineroar. Pretty much everything but the Tangrowth, I guess. The Ice Beam is to hit the Side Guard and the Crobat for super effective damage. For 4 times 2-time weaknesses. Flamethrower is to hit the Klefki, because if we go up against Klefki, we have to be careful on how we're gonna do stuff with that. Our team does not like Toxic. If we get Toxic, we're screwed. But we have options. Pretty much it's really plain simple. Max defense, max health, super bulky, and take any hit. I should have put the 4 in special attack, but I don't think that would have made a difference. Yeah, no, it would have done the 1 point difference. It really doesn't matter. Here's where we start getting wonky. Shores are Rotamo, Shore Scarf, Volswitch, Leaf Storm, Trick, Defog. This I bulkier Rotom Wash, a little health, 220 speed to outspeed Crobat with our Scarf. If we don't have a Scarf, we don't outspeed Crobat. That's pretty much hand down. We hit exactly, I think, 201 speed, and Crobat hits exactly 200 at Jolly, so that's that. A Volswitch, even though he has 2 ground types, the ground types don't appreciate like Leaf Storms, if you know what I mean. A Paliswine does not like appreciate a Leaf Storm on the Switch or a Trick. We can take 1 Ice Shard, but if we get a Trick, he's stuck on like Ice Shard, so he has to stay in. And he's no longer that bulky. And Defog is just like to give it a hazards or screens or whatever he's gonna set up. If he has the Klefki, we can Volt Switch out or try to go for a Defog on it, and that's the best option. Next we have Expert Belt, like Athos the Cobalion. I was thinking about Life Orb. I don't like Life Orb. Life Orb always, you only get 10 hits with Life Orb if you don't get hit first. 252 in attack, 4 in HP, 12 in defense, 4 in special defense, 236 in speed. This is to outspeed the Gardevoir. No, this is to outspeed the Mienshao. No matter what, we will outspeed the Mienshao. We have a chance of killing with a close combat if the Mienshao is not a Scarf. Sword Stance is there to ensure that we sweep the entire team, because we outspeed everything but the Crobat and the Electrode. Yeah, so we have the Volt Switch to switch out on the Crobat. We have close combat to hit pretty much everything but the Gardevoir, and we have Iron Head to get hit everything that can take a close combat. And so since there, just if we find the opportunity, let's say versus the Tangrowth, we find the opportunity, or against somehow we find a way to play against the Paliswine, Sword Stance, then close combat twice, we might be able to do some work. But besides that, we just have to be really, really careful on how we use this. Next we have Flint. This is my one answer to Klefki. Klefki, even if he goes for the Magnemize, I have Lava Plume, no matter what. This is the only thing that's really sketchy, because we're slower than everything else, but in non-invested Paliswine, Incineroar, anything that's slow in this team is slower than this thing. We have the Shuffle Berry just in case a low kick on Incineroar, then we can hit him with the Earth Power, or we can like put up rocks. If we predict he's gonna try to go for a U-turn, we can stay in and just do the work. We live a Focus Blast from Gardevoir, from full health, and we hit the Gardevoir extremely hard. I think 80%. I think it was actually 65 to 73% or something like that. I don't remember exactly on top of my head with the flash cannon. Plus the lava plume has a chance to burn, so if he gets really frisky and wants to go in with the Zygarde, we might get a burn on him. We don't know. Last but not least, we have Mifa. This was either Mifa, Snorlax, or Garchomp, and I'm really mad I didn't get to bring Garchomp. I really want to bring Garchomp to have a dragon battle, but it's just we only have 6 spots, and it's so hard to pick what we need, and we needed the first 4. So the last 2 were like, we need an answer for the Clefairy, Flint. We need like a way to like set everything up. We have Auroraville, Light Clay, supportive, like Ninetales, so that we outspeed the Mienshao by 1 point again, I believe. We will outspeed the Mienshao, because I think this is 236. Yeah, outspeed the Mienshao to 242. Yeah, sorry, I had to keep on checking. We don't outspeed the Crobat. We're never gonna outspeed the Crobat. But we have Blister, Freeze Dry, Moonblast, and Auroraville. Moonblast is to hit the Incineroar, I guess. Freeze Dry is to hit the Milotic, and Blister hits everything. And then we just set up Veil. That's all we need to. If this thing goes down, fine. We set up Veil for 8 turns. For 8 turns, we can bring out like Atos, Swords Dance. We can bring out Flint. Just shoot random fire at people. We can go into Beedrill and just do the work. Try to maximize what we can with our team while we have the 8 turns of Hail and 8 turns of Veil. Not Hail, but Veil. So hopefully this team makes sense. I'm really nervous like going into this match. We'll probably be doing it by phone call either way. So you know what? It's gonna be a fun battle. It is a fun like little rivalry that we have going. Hopefully we don't get. My whole point of this league is to get better each and every time that we battle, and we going up against each and every other people. So hopefully if we end up going to playoffs, that's fine. If not, we're not good. It's fine. We play to have fun. We play to have fun, and that's what we do here. I did want to bring just out of right field. I did want to bring Slowbro with Calm Mind, Slack Off, Counter, and Scald. That was a set that I wanted to do, but I'm like, no, and holding the Cobra Berry. So if we get like knocked off by Incineroar, we take a good amount of damage, then we hit counter, and he just takes it right back. Would have been really cool, but I'm like, it's really cheeky, not really worth it. And if he tries to like set up with like some other mon, and we just stay there and not do anything, we're screwed. So you know what, not really worth it. Maybe next time, I don't know. But on that, I'm gonna get the heck out of here, guys. Have yourself a fantastic day. I love you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like down below. Make sure to go and check out the battle going up tomorrow. Should be going up the next day, so tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Until we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.